Hello everybody and welcome to Megabonk, the game that has been eating away any semblance of free time that I have, specifically in the evenings. I'm obsessed. I just got the game and we are at 58 out of 237 challenges up there. And genuinely, I love this game. So here's what we're gonna do. Those who don't know what this is like Vampire Survivors, it's like Risk of Rain, games like that. Enemies come to you and you have to fight through hordes, find a portal and get out. We're gonna go ahead and pick, let's see, would honestly be probably my favorite character, which is this boy, Sniper Man himself. We so far have beaten tier 1 and tier 2 as this guy. We have not done tier 3 yet. So let's do it. Alright. So how does this game work, you might be wondering? Well, with all characters, whatever weapons you have are auto-aimed. However, this is one of the only or so far from what I've played, the only character that you can aim your weapon by hitting right click. What do you do in this game? Why is it so entertaining? Well, you go around, you kill enemies, grab upgrades, grab these little things, any and all power-ups, you can see them on the map in the upper right corner of the screen. And the whole general gist is you just get stronger. So this guy is an elite. He usually will either drop a yellow XP crystal, and sometimes, as you just saw, he'll also drop a chest. These charge towers give you just basic increases to your stats. Out of everything here, I'm going to take the bonus XP. If we're doing the hardest difficulty we've done so far, we need to level it fast. Crit chance. So the sniper rifle is the highest base weapon damage in the game that I have to this point, and making the crit rate higher would actually be to my benefit. So we'll take the crit chance. First item. Okay, so HP regen, that is plus 45 health. What that means is that's how much health you will regen per minute. So less than 1 health a second. That's okay, that's not terrible. Alright, so we have this entire map to explore, which means we gotta keep going. We're gonna go ahead and grab this XP crystal. See, now these come in different rarities, and these can also be affected by a stat called luck. Luck is a wonderful thing. We don't have any really right now, but we're gonna go ahead and take full advantage of that and blow that guy up. Bonk bonk. Now we can decide, a lot of people would say just keep upgrading what you have. I believe there are some items that are really handy. The Aegis is one of them. The Aegis basically gives you free hits, where if you get surrounded, the Aegis will keep you safe, or you can negate most of your fall damage. This game has challenges, this game has all sorts of different characters with different weapons and abilities. So the cool ability this character has is whenever you see a character or a monster with that target above its head, it means, oh, we have more green things this way, we should head this way. The red things above those heads, those targets, those enemies will explode. So if I aim right here, there you go. Now, there's a lot of XP on the ground right there. We're not going to have or be able to grab that right this second. We're going to focus on getting this. All right. XP gain again will probably be our best bet. The faster we can level up, the better off we're going to be at the end. I don't like axes all that much, especially on a ranged character like this. We're going to go ahead and take another sniper rifle upgrade so we can get the projectile count up. That's how many times it shots between cooldowns. Out of all of this, we could refresh. We could, but I'm okay with the crit tome. Also, this is a money skeleton. There's also a blue one of those. That's an XP skelly. You want to get those to get an abundance of cash here and there. What are you selling? I have 200 gold right now. Crits have a 50% chance to explode and damage nearby enemies for 50. Yes. Especially if I'm going for that crit build. Yes. Easter Island heads are kind of cool because what they do is they let you pick one of 3 random, well, 2 to 3. Usually it's 3. So this is really good here, but this is a legendary, and it is Spicy Meatball, and attacks have a 25% chance to explode, dealing 65% damage to the surrounding enemies. So if you get a sniper rifle, that is the highest base damage in the game, attach a chance that every 4th shot is going to explode somebody, and then that explosion will do 65% of the sniper's damage per shot. It's a numbers game, and that's why I love these games so much. This, like I said, Vampire Survivors, Risk of Rain. Projectile count's gonna be what we go with here. because that just means anything that I have, my shield, my sniper, all of that will get an additional projectile. I think this might be a little loud. If I end up having to up it in the editing, we can, but I don't want you guys to like struggle to hear me over the game. It's only a little loud. I just realized why it's... No, that's fine. Never mind. Alright, so we're making headway, and that timer in the middle is important. That timer is telling us how much time we have between different events and when the game ends. Or at least this level ends. We have 7 minutes to find the boss and leave. Intermittently throughout that, however, we have different events that take place. We're going to go ahead and take the attack speed here. It was common, but attack speed is very valuable. We're doing good damage. This is going to be our first refresh. I don't hate the bow. I prefer the Magnum, though. Projectile count? Projectile count. All right, we're going to grab this. That was all XP. Hot. All right, so first mini-boss. So we only have our sniper rifle for the damage. We have our Aegis, which hurts, but it's not enough that you want to rely on it for damage. We're gonna go ahead and take another sniper upgrade. We're trying to get a good another second weapon. Like I said, I don't really consider the Aegis a weapon unless you were playing certain characters. The only 2 characters I consider the Aegis a successful weapon with is the Knight, where every time you level up, you gain an armor stat, or an armor percentage, which will negate some of the damage you take. There's a revolver, we'll take that. We have another level up here in a minute. The other, bananas would actually not be bad. It's a lot of projectiles. So we'll do that. If we can get our hands on some poison or something, this will get a lot better. We're gonna keep going with the crit. Cheese? Damn it. There's a thing called moldy cheese, and that may not sound very appetizing, but is an extremely valuable item, which allows you to apply poison to your enemies, and if you have enough fire rate, poison becomes insanely broken. We found the boss gate. We want to level up as much as we can before we go to the next zone, though, so we're not going to do it quite yet. Attack speed. So we have the swarm coming because 4 minutes have passed. We're at the 6-minute mark in total, and we just have hordes of these enemies spawn in. This is kind of like to test how your build is going so far and also dump you with as much XP as possible. They're relatively weak enemies, but they just screw you over with the sheer mass of enemies they drop on you. We have a good defensive setup right now, and we're getting a lot of experience because we're killing them as they're spawning. This is pretty solid, honestly. These are all tomes, and I don't want any of them. Oh, okay. Come on now. There is a tome that I want, but it's none of those. There's a fire rate tome that I would like. Hey, look, that means now we are getting 90. Let's see, there's lifesteal there. HP regen, so we're up to 100, which means that technically, if we're going by a minute, it is like 1.4, 1.5 per second, which is not bad. This game, though, when you start taking damage, it's in chunks. So that's not, like, it seems like a lot, but it's really not. Just base damage increase? Yes, please. Ooh, another legendary? What do we got? Alright, I've never used this, actually. Upon taking damage below 50% max health, slow down time and deal 2 times damage. So, it's like a last minute, I'm coming back for you. Like, I'm about to go down, but you're coming with me mentality. And I'm here for that. Extra jumps. Okay, so usually I would take the projectile count, but I'm going to tell you right now, mobility is very important in this game. So being able to multi-jump is actually very handy. Another upgrade to the sniper rifle, even though we could probably use the banana a little bit more. Whoop. Also, you can use your double jumps to negate fall damage. Lifesteal, health regen, armor. No, I've used all of them now. Gold, okay. Aegis size, fine. So why does Aegis, when it's just a shield around you, need anything? The point of the Aegis is it deflects the attack back at the person with an explosion AoE. HP regen, duration, gold gain. We're gonna take the HP regen because quite frankly nothing else really was catching my fancy. Not saying that nothing else was good, but nothing else was anything that I personally needed with the build that I'm presently rocking. Yeah, the other reason why you want to explore the map is grab all of these vases. They're really, really helpful. Okay. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So many vases. So much money we just got out of that. We're gonna take the 1 damage from the fall, which is fine. We're gonna get this chest. The chest appears the amount that it's requiring to buy a chest, and it goes up every time you open one. This one really doesn't help us, but there's no reason to not pick it up. It's not like it's gonna make our build worse. It just doesn't really benefit us that much. Elite spawn increase. We're actually gonna do the projectile count. So elite spawning isn't a bad thing. It's more likely that you'll get chests, more likely you'll get better items, so on and so forth. But we're trying to survive, and that would be just adding a layer of difficulty for no specific reason. These are challenge totems. It summons a bunch of enemies. At the end, when you kill all of them, it usually drops a chest, and all of them usually drop pretty decent experience. There's the chest. What do we got? Key. Another charge totem. Bananas. Banana, banana, banana. My build is not remotely complete, but it's okay. Oh, crit damage. If we get our crit rate to the point where every shot's guaranteed to be a crit, which we're honestly getting there pretty rapidly, crit damage just becomes so much more important. 27% chance to apply a stack of blood mark when hitting it. I don't actually know what this does. I'm gonna be real, I don't know what that effect is. I've picked it up a couple of times. I don't physically understand what it does. There's hearts everywhere. I don't know if that has anything to do with it. And each of the totems that you find do different things, as I've mentioned. There's one totem we haven't seen yet that I usually do take that makes the run more challenging. Basically, it increases the number of bosses that spawn. So we have another swarm coming with the 3 minutes left. We're gonna go ahead and take projectile count. We still haven't found the attack speed book, and I'm not sure we're gonna get it at this point, which is a problem for me. Movement speed, thorns, size. Skip. None of those books are helpful to me. I hate to tell y'all. Ooh, we have a shop right here. Ooh, another speed boy, but I'm actually gonna take the mirror because that gives me 1 free hit of not being able to take damage. Putting that on top of my Aegis is pretty handy because that is on a cooldown of like 30 seconds or something. I'm not positive on that. Don't quote me on that. I think the more of that you have, the faster the regen becomes on it, though. Banana. But these Aegises are preventing us from getting, like, completely cooked. There is a green thing up there. I think that's a booster. If it's green, that small thing on the map, I think that was probably the shield booster. We're gonna head back to the boss portal, though, because we're gonna have 2 more bosses spawning in, and come on! Projectile speed would be good with the bananas. The sniper rifles don't really matter. The shields are not really good to me. I'm gonna skip it. Like, these aren't helpful to me. You guys are gonna probably hear Bozer barking in the background. Her name's Biscuit, but my brain always goes to Game Grumps with Bozer to Bozer whenever they were talking about the Dark Souls dogs. Alright, so this is this boss. Let's see how much damage we're putting out. Honestly, the final boss usually has about 13, 14,000. Or it's like 12 to 17 from what I understand. So we should be pretty well good to go fight them right now. That way we don't have to worry about the time. We don't have enough projectiles in my opinion. When you beat the final boss of the level, one of the cool things that will happen is all of the XP around the map will get sucked to you. I'm gonna take the projectile count. I'm holding out hope we're gonna get attack speed. And why do I need attack speed? I'm already firing really fast. No, you don't understand. This is okay. When you get the attack speed up, imagine the sniper rifle becomes a minigun. Just saying. We also have a nuke going into this fight. Oh, another precision totem. Alright, so he has 17,000. And a nuke part of his health bar like that. Whoop. The red circles are trying to give you the predicted danger area. Honestly, the boss fights in this game have been pretty simple so far, but I've only done 2 zones, if I'm being completely honest with y'all. They could get much harder. Also, I see that chest up there. Are you kidding me? Alright, so you're about to watch me level up a bunch right here. What's the item? Campfire, stand still, get health. Can I jump on this? No. There it is, attack speed. Cool. Sniper rifle. Banana. Banana. Projectile count. Beautiful. So this is not worth it, and I would not recommend doing this, but we're gonna try for it. So if you saw over there, there's that open chest. This is gonna take me a few to get there. Oh, this will actually make it much better. You do not want to do this ever, unless you were like resolute that your build can keep you alive long enough to do what you're doing. Do not do this. I fully acknowledge this is a dumb idea, and it's probably not going to be. Oh, okay, wait, nope, shut my mouth. This is worth it. No matter what this is, worth it. 20% chance to inflict ice damage when hitting enemies. Ice can now freeze enemies. That's actually going to be handy because there's a new weapon that we unlocked, which was the Frost Steppers. But also, to get that character unlocked, we have to duplicate that item 3 times at a golden... It's going to sound weird, but you duplicate items at a microwave. Okay, we're going to get in the portal here very shortly. Attack speed. Nope, give me. Give me this. Beautiful. Alright, go in the portal. Alright. None too shabby. Okay, we're gonna try and sprint through this forest a little bit. Do. We have over 2,000 kills, which is lovely. There is a whole like leaderboard system that I actually really appreciate. We have so many chests up here, and we do not have nearly enough money. So this is where we're having the ability to get gold gain percentage increases. There's one character that gets that for every level to get 1% more gold, called Robinette. The parody character for Robin Hood. I love them a lot. Starting off with the bow is pretty nice. The bow's not particularly broken, but it's really good because it's a shotgun blast. I do add projectiles to it. And it's all piercing arrows. Golden chests are worth, like, you don't have to spend money on to open them, and you can find them in the map. You can also get those golden keys as an item, which will give you the ability to then move that forward. Extra jump, move speed, crit damage. Oh, this is tough. The extra jump is what I want, but I'm gonna be responsible and get this. Because the extra jump would help me. It would give me a 3rd jump technically, but also we need as much damage as we can. So the final boss of the last area we just did, right? That had how much health? What was it? 17,000? I'll look back. The first boss, well, this game believes in multiplying. So let's say I think it's gonna have 54 some odd thousand. Somewhere around there, 54 to like 65,000 health. And that's for the first mini boss of the zone. If that sounds absurd, it's because it is. Case in point, those enemies, those were just like elite class enemies. And it took multiple barrages to take them out. Banana upgrade. Even if banana is not something I'm focusing on, it is handy. Oh man, I missed out on the golden skeleton. Ooh, okay, so this is a tricky and troubling situation. That right there is going to increase the number of bosses that we have to fight. Projectile speed at least. We'll do the projectile speed. Where's the boss? Oh, hey, look, it's Rocky. Hey, bud. I can't believe I pulled that off. Crit chance. Alright, so he's having 57,000. I said 54, so not bad. I was pretty close. But each boss, just think about this. Each time you fight a boss, it multiplies the amount of health they have by about 3. So if this boss is this much, the next boss is going to have over 100,000. And then the boss after that is going to have, well, usually between 560 and 600,000. Boss Buster. Well, there's that health or damage to bosses that we need. We're also gonna not take the thing to make the game harder on ourselves. The more items is awesome and all, but we don't do enough damage to take on multiple bosses consistently. Alright. Swarm incoming at the 3-minute mark. That's common. We're trying to get rid of these guys right here because they are elite class and they will probably drop me a chest, let alone a lot more XP than what I'm getting off these little shits. Crit chance. Where's my crit chance at right now? Crit chance is at 56%. So every other shot is guaranteed to be a crit, which is fine. That's honestly not that bad. Thorns, crit chance, crit damage. We're gonna take the crit damage because our crits are so high already. All right, banana. We need, hey, what is this? Okay, these are power-ups, so that slows down time. See, if I had another jump, I'd be able to make, oh, I saw a golden charge statue. That means it's either going to be guaranteed legendary, epic, so on. It's not going to be the first 3 rarities. There's at least 1 legendary on there, guaranteed. All right, hop in. Gimme. Elite spawn, damage to elites, 10% luck. I'm actually going to take the luck to make whatever items I get for the rest of the run better. What do we got? Evasion, knockback, damage to elites. We'll do damage to elites. We don't need to make life harder on ourselves. We absolutely can make life easier on ourselves. Okay. Another charge station. I have lost so much time to this game already, you guys have no idea. I regret none of it, mind you. It is a very, truly enjoyable game for me. Okay, so you take a game like this, the overall is extremely simplistic, right? You add enough challenge to keep you replaying. Like, I don't know how anybody can get sick of this game. So I'm gonna be real. We're gonna go for this one green thing after over here, and then after that, oh no, that's a greed totem basically. We're not taking that. We're gonna grab this. We're gonna grab this, and we're gonna be particularly stupid right now. And what do I mean by that? You'll find out. I'm not looking forward to this. This is not a good idea. I would not normally recommend this. However, when you see how much health this particular enemy has, you will understand why I'm doing it. We're gonna summon the boss, like, probably about a solid 2 minutes early. 634,000 health. As it stands right now, I'm gonna have my primary fire focus on him. My bananas are taking on the enemies around me. And all I'm gonna do is just unload into this guy. So we have a couple of things that are working for me. The more projectiles that hit him, the better off we're gonna be, because you can see the small purple bar that's forming. That's the moldy cheese poisoning him. It's not a lot, but the more that you stack it, the more damage it does. So the more times I can hit him consistently, the better off we are. I'm down 100,000 so far. Oh god. Apparently my Aegis ran out right there. Oh, whoa, wait a minute. Hold up. The Aegis isn't protecting me. Okay, that's a problem. We need to keep moving. I just realized something. Aegis does not prevent the uppercut attacks. It'll boot people around me, but it's not going to stop him. And I died. No! Well, I know this is going to be short, but I want to know, and this is where I'm going to request some comments. I want to know what characters you guys want to see me play. Do you want to see more of this? Because I'm going to be streaming more of it, but would you like to see more of this recorded here? If you want to see more of it recorded here, we can make that happen. Otherwise, I will be doing some streaming of this on here on YouTube as well. For those who are wondering, here's what I want you to do. We're going to go ahead. We're going to go to the character select screen, because for those who are wondering, I'm trying to do the unlocks. The next unlock I have to do a challenge for. We're not worried about that one in particular. That one right there, I was hoping to find the microwave to duplicate the ice crystal 3 times. Well, that didn't happen. But look at the character list. We have Fox, Sir Ufi, Calcium, Mega Chad, Ogre, Clank. I'm saying Clank. Athena, Robinette, Monkey, Bush, and Amog. I want you to, in the comments, type what character you would like to see a video of next. And the goal of that video will be to get past tier 3, because I have not done that on any character yet. I've only done tier 1 as one character in the desert, and I'm pretty sure I died. Yeah, we don't have any wins on tier 1 on the desert. We can do that later, but for the time being, I would like to get this tier 3 quest done. So if you'd like to participate and ask, make a comment of what character you want out of the ones that I have unlocked. We will get more soon, I promise. I'm obsessed with this game. I hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye-bye. If you made it to the end, thank you so much for watching. Please click one of these 2 videos, and if you'd be so kind, like and subscribe. Take care.